Tell me about the phone contract, please, Lynn.
Jess asked me if I would take out a phone contract for her because she couldn't get it in her own name.
Because she didn't have... You had insufficient, presumably, credit, right?
Yeah.
What a surprise. Let's fast forward to this. At some point, it's true and fair to say that Jess has made some payments in respect of that mobile phone.
Yes, she has.
How many payments have you made?
Like 2.
What's like? What do you mean, like 2?
I have made 2 payments, I believe. Maybe.
Could that be right?
It could be.
How much?
3
How much?
payments. At £50 a month. I think she paid 3 payments.
It's very helpful. Now, £1,320, is that for 24 months of the contract?
Yes, it is.
Why is it so expensive?
Because she uses it a lot for internet purposes, for Facebook, to be on the phone 24/7.
Put your hand out. Ordinarily, that would be included in the contract you had. Are you suggesting that Jess has gone outside of the contract allowance?
Yes.
Why do you not owe Mum the money for the mobile phone?
Because Mum lets me get away with it. If someone's giving you a chocolate bar you're not supposed to eat, but you're going to get away with it, you're going to eat that chocolate bar.
That is your legal submission. I don't have a financial liability in respect of the mobile phone because Mum has let me get away with it.
Yes.
Think she has reason to be outraged? Uncross your arms, Jack.
Sorry.
It's not difficult. You see, you have love, Jack.
I do.
Uncross arms.
OK. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I can kind of see why she's outraged now, I guess. At the time, not so much.
Yeah, but no, but what, but? Is that your legal submission? Marilyn, here's the thing. You're a hard-working woman. Yes. Hard-working woman, Mum, correct?
Yes.
Marilyn, tell me what you do.
I used to do cleaning, but I've had to give up work because disability now. I got arthritis bad. I used to clean toilets in factories, offices. I used to have like 6 cleaning jobs.
Mum looks after her money, correct?
Yes.
Mum's very careful. She's saved, not just to look after herself. She puts herself second, sometimes third. Right?
Yes, you're right, yeah.
Who is she worried about her entire life, Jack?
That would be me, Jack.
Point is this, Marilyn. You have managed, as a result of working extremely hard, to have a tiny little bit of savings, correct?
Yes.
Explain to me how you've managed to save over the years. How did you do it?
It's a bit embarrassing. I don't drink, I don't go out. I buy second-hand clothes. I do feel embarrassed saying that, but I don't buy new clothes. And I save every penny I got. I've never smoked. So I just keep that on my birthday money, Christmas money I get.
How long have you been doing that for, madam?
Years.
Extraordinary, right?
She's a good mum. She's my mumsy, so...
She's your what?
Mumsy.
You wouldn't want to take advantage of somebody who saved everything, correct?
I mean, I feel bad now
Just
about it.
answer the question.
No, you're right.
Thank you very much. That £300, Mum handed it to you. Did you know that it was to be paid back, or did you think it was a gift?
No, she didn't tell me I was going to pay it back. She said it was a nice treat and that was it.
Understood. Then, on the 2nd of March 2017, as I understand it, you sent a further £150. This time it's for a deposit on another room.
Yeah.
Right? Why did you move?
Well, in my old accommodation, I got kicked out.
Goodness me, what happened? Was there not enough room for the corgis?
Oh, no. Well, I kind of had, like, little house parties and stuff in my room.
Just pause for a second. Little house parties. See Michelle's face. Little house parties.
Yeah.
How little were these little house parties?
Depending, really, like 30 people in the kitchen, you know.
30 people in a kitchen. How big was the kitchen?
Not that big, because it was like it was shared accommodation, so it wasn't that big.
That's not a little house party. Do you understand? At the time, you paid the £150 deposit in August 2017, which you undoubtedly handed over to your daughter, which she used for that purpose. Did you say, I want the money back?
Yes, I told her because I was owing my own rent, and I told her I'm going to get my money back.
Well, I don't really feel like I should pay her anything because I am her daughter and she's supposed to look after me and care for me. That is why I came into this world, because of her. So I don't really feel like I should pay for
Goodness
anything.
me! When does that responsibility end? I'm just wondering. There you were all those years ago. You gave birth I suspect it wasn't painful, to this princess. She believes you have a permanent obligation to her in financial perpetuity. No matter how much you work, you owe it to her forever. The bank of Mum is open forever, correct?
Yes, it is. That's it. She has to give me money all the time. I love her. when it's needed, I guess.
Do you accept you took that £40?
Yes, I took it because I needed money and I had no food at home. And I couldn't go out. I couldn't buy, like, you know, something like clothes for work, so...
Are you working at the same time?
Well, now I started working.
Well, now you have, but back then you were not.
Yeah.
You needed clothes.
Yeah.
I understand. And you
food.
have a royal entitlement to
Yes,
clothes.
I do. So I do need a lot of clothes. I have to look nice, you know. You got a floor my mum gave me.
Wait for a second. Do you remember Eleanor Roosevelt? You see, you may not know her. Do you know who Eleanor Roosevelt was?
No.
Good woman, dead now.
Oh,
Point
okay.
is this.
OK.
Years ago, she was instrumental in the United Nations in coming up with a concept of global international rights. You know, the right not to be the subject of arrest, the right not to be the subject of genocide, really important things. Goodness me, can you imagine, 100 years on, saying to her, Mrs. Roosevelt, I have the right to look fabulous.
I do.
You believe that's part of your international human rights? Well, OK, that's a response. Which human right do you refer to?
The act saying you're beautiful act, so 1999. Wow.
Housekeeping. You're asking for £2,400, which is 24 months' worth of £100. When did you ever ask Jess for £100 a month?
When she first left school and her first job, we agreed that she would pay £100 a month, and that covers everything. Covers her toiletries and everything.
Did you ever put that in writing? Of course you didn't.
No, she's my daughter.
Of course you didn't. But did you ever ask for it?
Yes, Judge.
Mum really asked for £100.
Yes, she does. Mum asks every time I get paid. I feel like they're always on my case. As soon as I get paid, it's the first thing they do.
Of the 24 months that you're claiming, I don't have the date of when it started. How many payments has Jess made?
2.
£200?
Yes.
For 2 years. Rather good deal, don't you think, Jess?
I
How
think
much
it's more like
electricity-
£400.
How much do you think electricity costs? Water, the food in the house, the ironing, clean bed linen. Yes? All of that?
Yes.
Extraordinary. Why are you entitled to that for free?
Because if I wanted to pay bills, I would move out.
You've allowed this to continue. No. After she didn't pay the first 100, you never sought to chase the debt, right? You said, she didn't pay. I'll let it slide, right? For a long time.
Yes, Judge.
You don't smoke or anything like that, do you?
Yes, I do smoke.
How much does that cost?
£7 a day?
You think that's all right? do you?
I don't agree.
Talking! Do you think that is all right?
I don't agree with that.
What is she saying that's
She
wrong or
doesn't
false?
always pay for my cigarettes. It's this month.
Doesn't always. You're paying no rent. Just go through it. You're paying no rent. Nothing for your mobile phone, nothing for bills, nothing for ironing, nothing for housekeeping, nothing for anything. Apart from the money you earn, which you spend on clothes, nails, hair, going out and that sort of thing. In those circumstances, do you think it's reasonable to ask your mum for cigarette money when you already, on the face of it, have paid her nothing for any of the contributions she's made to your life?
I don't think it's reasonable.
Good. So why'd you do it?
Because if my mum was struggling, I'd give her the last pound in my purse, but I've never got a pound in my purse, so I can't.
The reality is, you'd had a bit of savings,
Yeah.
your life savings for all intents and purposes, correct?
Yes.
You were going to use that money to repair the windows so that you weren't sleeping in damp. Only along comes Jack, and when he comes back to the house, he gets the master suite. I blame you for that, madam. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
When he comes back, you say to him as a grown-up,
Yeah.
there's a little bedroom there for you, enjoy it. I'm afraid it has all the charm of an igloo, but I've also got the sofa. You understand?
But the thing is, he nags me so much because he says, why do I need a double bedroom when I'm not with a man? And he brings girls back.
Well,
and he needs a double bed.
If you're bringing 2 girls back, you can't have a single bed.
This is what I count.
Just pause for a second. If you're bringing how many back?
Minimum of 2. I'm just being honest.
I appreciate your being honest. You're also being very busy by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I don't know what goes on or the geography, but rather ambidextrous, I would have thought. And you do this whilst Mum's next door in the low-rent, windy cupboard?
Yeah, we keep the noise down, so...
Shell, this can be easy or difficult. It's a matter for you.
Yeah.
You understand? £21,000 is what your mum assesses it at.
I know that I've spent money on the cards. I'm openly admitting that I've done that. I don't believe it was that amount.
Did you obtain access to bank cards from your parents without permission? Yes, no, or no comment?
No.
You had permission?
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, Judge.
Did you purchase goods to the value of a great deal of money without your parents' consent? Yes, no, or no comment?
In certain aspects, it started me asking permission. So I would be asking me mum if I could use her details to purchase online things. And she would say, yeah, darling, that is absolutely fine.
Well, I don't understand this, madam. Either she had initial consent and permission to use these accounts or not. Did she or didn't she?
She's had no consent, Judge.
Well, how on earth would she be able to get all of the details in order to supply them to the online shops to get these things in the first place?
She's went into my bag and into my husband's wallet.
Did you take credit cards? Is it credit cards?
2 of them, Judge, were credit cards.
Did you take credit cards out of either your mother's purse or from your stepfather? Yes, no, or no comment?
No, I didn't take them out of the wallet or purses.
Was there an admission made to you earlier in the year about this?
There was, Judge. She admitted that she had a spending problem.
You lie.
No, I'm not.
If you're not lying, then your mother is. And your submission to me is when she tells me that you took cards out of her purse, she is lying to me. Those are the choices. Is she lying to me?
Yes, because I wouldn't go in the purse. I recorded the information.
You recorded the information?
Yes.
How did you record it?
I wrote it in my notepad in my phone.
Did you know that?
No.
Until just now? You lent her money 2 years after discovering that she had effectively been stealing from you. Correct?
Correct.
Well, you can't be in the least bit surprised that she hasn't made these repayments.
Yes, but she was receiving a lot of money in board and things like that when I had a stable job.
She didn't, Judge.
Well, she just said she did. She told me she did.
She's living rent-free.
Can't be. She just told me she spent a lot of money on board. How much?
It was roughly around 150 to 200 a month.
Remember getting 200?
No, I don't.
Once?
No.
Ever? Madam, how does it feel to hear her telling me what appears to be a porcupine?
Well, I'm sick of the crocodile tears. You know, that doesn't wash with me now. She needs to know today I mean business, and this has got to stop because it's tearing our family apart. It's no good crying every time that she's been found out. It's got to stop. Otherwise, she's out. She's out of the house for good.
All I can say is how sorry I am. And that, you know, she would be the one lost without me.
She would be lost without you?
Yeah, she would.
Is that true?
No, I wouldn't be lost without her. She's ungrateful, Judge. All I need is help around the house to tidy round. It's a big house to tidy. She lives there
Are you
rent-free.
joking me?
No.
Are you literally joking me? literally been like a housewife in that house since being young.
Well, you live there rent-free. You've got to help out.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.